Elio loved his job and was great at it. The only thing he was better at was being a husband, being a father, and the only thing he loved more was his family. He really loved you guys and was proud of each and every one of you, and you can tell that by the look on his face every time he spoke about you.
Words of grief, passion, and love. Today, people filled buildings, streets, bridges, and more for this man, Charlotte County Sergeant Elio Diaz, whose life ended way too soon. Here on Wink News, we were there early this morning for the memorial all the way through the procession, and now we want to take you through those events to show you firsthand just how much this man meant to his family and also the community. Hello, I'm Russ McCaskey.
And I'm Emma Heaton. Today we heard from so many people touched by the deputy, who is now a sergeant. And we heard so many stories about the kind and compassionate man Sergeant Diaz was. More importantly, we heard what type of father he was. His brave kids spoke today. I want you to listen as they tell us how this outpouring of support from people who loved and cared for him did not surprise them in the slightest.
As I stand here and I look at all of you in this room, to say I'm shocked that there's so many people here, I'm not. Dad was known for the generosity and pure kindness that poured out of him. And that's how I want to remember him, and that's how I hope you guys all remember him. Today we celebrate my old man, and I don't want this, although we are breaking, I don't want this to be something that's sad. I want us to rejoice in his memories and his funny stories and that silent laugh of his that sometimes I'd tell him, Dad, you need to breathe. There's nothing coming out of your mouth. There's no air. But I just want to thank you guys all from the bottom of my heart for being here.
We have team coverage of the entire day of celebration for Elio Diaz's life and legacy.
Wink News spent the day in the community, hearing from people who want to send the Diaz family their love. Let's begin with Wink News reporter Maddie Herron. Maddie, people continue to honor the deputy well after the ceremonies.
That's exactly right, Emma. Now, Sergeant Elio Diaz, as we speak, is being privately buried over at Charlotte Memorial Funeral Home. But his memory is stronger than ever here at that Chevron gas station across the street from Sunseeker, where he was tragically killed on Sunday. Now that memory is stronger than ever because the community has had an outpour of support, and we saw that today at his funeral procession. Now, thousands showed up to pay their respects Friday morning as law enforcement and the public from all over the country gathered to say their goodbyes. Sergeant Diaz was shot and killed in the line of duty on Sunday, but his memory is still shining strong days later, with many officers and deputies putting a black stripe on their badge and growing memorials across Charlotte County. At the gas station where he was killed, I spoke to a woman who moments ago placed a wreath in Sergeant Diaz's name. She didn't know the man, but like so many community members, she showed up to support nonetheless.
But I made this because it has angels, and then just sand dollars and stuff, and then hearts. The hearts, for his family, and, so I just hope, well, I know he's in heaven already, so, but it's going to be hard on his family.
And she is not the only person that is in this community feeling this hurt. Coming up at 6, I spoke to a woman whose entire family works at the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. She told me that the deputies are really hurting during this, and we're going to go more into that at 6. In Charlotte County, Maddie Herron, Wink News.
Bobby had a lot of talents and some treasures. Bobby liked to build things. He liked to put things together. He liked to do that with his family. Bobby liked to give back to the community with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Charlotte County. He loved Shop with a Cop every Christmas season. Enjoyed it. Bobby really enjoyed it. He put together some things. I don't know where his creative mind came from. It was far above my intelligence level. But one of Bobby's biggest treasures in his life was his family. His family. His devotion to his wife, Yessie, and his 4 kids is unprecedented. Bobby was a family man, and above all, they came first. As much as he loved to don in uniform on a daily basis to go out there and fight crime in Charlotte County, nothing came before his love and family.
Now, you heard the deputy call Sergeant Elio Diaz Poppy. We learned today that was his nickname. And it shows his loving nature and just how his peers thought of him and looked up to him.
But he also meant so much to his community. Today, our team spent the day along the procession route talking with people who wanted to let us know what Sergeant Diaz meant to them.
I want to introduce you